Hey guys, it's me again, Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and this time we're demonstrating a Pioneer HR100 stereo tape deck. Now, one thing I'd like to address, I get a lot of customers asking me, which is the best tape deck, which one should I buy, which was the best? Well, um, it doesn't really matter which deck had the best specs 50 years ago. If it's been heavily used, the head's not going to sound that great. It's not going to have great high frequency response. Also, what made some of these decks, in particular, I'm talking about Woolen Sack and Akai, for the most part, those are regarded as definitely high end, top end, the best you could buy back then. But it's what makes them hard to repair these days. Some of the parts are no longer available. So when someone asks me which deck should I buy, I don't think about what was the best deck 50 years ago. I think about what is the safest investment now. What deck is remarkably consistent from one to another, which deck is easy to service, which deck can be expected to last a good 20 years, after normal service. And what I come up with is the Pioneer HR99 and HR100. These are, I won't say they're my favorite for sound, but they are my favorite for long-term reliability and consistency. So this is what I will always recommend: the HR99 or the HR100 for a stereo deck. This is a deck I recommend if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on maintenance in the future. This is a good deck to buy. So that being stated, let's go ahead and test this one that I just repaired. I got some Neil Sedaka here. Okay, got to reset my receiver. My receiver's got a sensitive overload circuit, and a sudden blast of music will shut it down, so we'll just turn it back on. There we go. Okay, make sure you got both speakers. Alright, changed tracks a bunch of times. Blank spot there. Okay, that was the track that was blank before.
If you're feeling low down, cause your babe put her down, it's where our friendship ends. I don't hear a word. I go late. Go on out and help her back girl again, cause she's fine.
Alrighty, takes care of that. Now, the main difference between the HR99 and HR100, the HR100 has Dolby, which I consider an absolutely useless effect. I've never once used Dolby in my entire life. This was the earliest version of Dolby. I call it Dolby Highs Reduction. It really doesn't reduce. It reduces highs more than it reduces noise. I would rather have the noise and hear the highs. Now, DBX was a great noise reduction system, so was Dolby C. But your original Dolby, even tapes that were recorded with Dolby, I find sound better without Dolby. All Dolby does is cut your high frequency response. And one thing an 8-track tape needs these days is as much treble as it can get. So, I just don't recommend using Dolby on 8-track tapes. It's not going to make them sound better. It'll reduce the noise. It'll also reduce your highs quite a bit. And then another difference between the HR99 and HR100 is on the HR100, the meter's light during playback and register, whereas on the HR99, the meters don't light on playback and they don't register. They only light and register during recording. So that's kind of a neat reason to buy an HR100, not for the Dolby, but for the lit up meters. I kind of like seeing my needles bounce when playing a tape. So that takes care of that. I'm Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. This is probably about the 20th or 30th Pioneer HR series I've done. I think I did 8 in one video, so that's pretty close to 10 right there. Anyway, you can reach me through my phone number and website or in the description below, and I ask all customers to visit my website before calling me with a bunch of questions, because most of those questions will be answered on the website, and all you'll really need to talk to me for is to make sure I'm a decent guy, that I sound okay on the phone, that you can trust me and all that. But for my prices, options, and turn times, please get that from my website before calling me with those questions. Thanks for watching, listening. We'll see you guys next time. And thank you again, Rich, for your business from Buffalo, New York.